Prisoners, a movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, is an incredible movie. Here it is. It says rental because I actually got this from the library as a DVD disc card a couple of years ago. Yeah, that's why it looks like this. This is a really good cast. I mean, let's just first of all talk about the marketing. When this first came out in 2013, it was a big release. This is one of those movies that gets kind of negative reviews in hindsight. People are saying I can make excuses for all the many flaws with the movie because it has such a great overarching cast, creepy plot, and the music, the cinematography. Roger Deakins is behind the camera. There's a lot going on to give this film benefit. Denis Villeneuve directs this in his English language debut, which is huge considering now he has yes, Dune. He has Dune, and he also had Arrival, which he got a Best Picture nomination for, and he's made numerous movies. I mean, Incendies is where he started, and Maelstrom, and Polytechnique, but now he is proven he's done a lot more, and he's going to keep doing more. I mean, Blade Runner 2049 was his last huge movie, and that was in 2017. And we're all waiting for Dune now. But let's talk about this one, because when Prisoners came out, it was, I think a lot of people just excited based on these two guys being in it, Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman, who oddly, and Ryan Reynolds, they're in that same family of we're all in the same movies. I don't know what that is. Now that he's in Spider-Man Far From Home, it feels like the niche has been completed. I don't know what that is. It's like Wolverine, Spider-Man villain, could have been Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're meant to be the same movies. Well, what this does have is a terrific cast.
Oh, what is this for?
Prisoners.
Oh, Prisoners. Hugh Jackman.
He's really good in it.
Great actor, I know.
And he acts really angry in it, which totally makes the film different because he usually plays these like lighthearted guys. And this is just really kind of bleak.
I thought that.
And it's long.
Jake Gyllenhaal was Jared Leto in this.
Oh, he isn't. You mean the way he looks?
Yes.
He looks kind of like him, I guess, in that one photo. Because Jake Gyllenhaal looks usually like a handsome dude, but in this they make him look kind of like Paisley. So yeah, he does look a little Jared Leto-y. That's funny. Maria Bello's in this. Terrence Howard, Melissa Leo. Hey, Terrence Howard from Iron Man. Imagine Robert Downey Jr. being in this. That's my family. Anyway, Hugh Jackman is good in this. It's visceral. It's really visually dark and bleak. One of the better parts about this movie is its long, twisted story. It requires a lot of storytelling. It doesn't really necessarily have to be this long. I think by being this long, it kind of has the feel that it's, this long scoping narrative. And it's not something that you're going to be bored by or end unsatisfied. It at first left me a little unsatisfied, but I think that's kind of the intention. You want to feel that there's discontent or that you're unsure. Kind of like the movie Spoorloose, if anyone's seen that, The Vanishing. This took a lot from that. Prisoners is a good film. It's just it takes a while to get where it's going. There's a whole subplot with David Dalmatian and a lot involving the police, and it all leads to one valid conclusion. It's just not the most coherent, direct path. But that's what makes this kind of the thriller it is. It would benefit a lot from, more music, maybe? I don't know. I think it's a good movie. See, notice I'm trying to think of things to say, but I can't. That's because this movie is honestly fine how it is. I think people would want it to lose runtime. I don't think it should lose runtime. I think it's perfect at 153 minutes. I also think that, putting children in danger, sure, it sets the tensions up, even if the story's kind of convoluted, as people say. But it's still pretty hair-raising. It's a thriller. It's bleak. And at the same time, it's great. It's really enjoyable to watch because there's great acting in this. And it's really believable. And it's really dark. It's like you're watching an HBO series. Every time it's like a dark series about murder and children, and it gets compared to HBO. That's what you're known for, HBO, murdering kids on TV. That's basically it. And Sex and the City. So, Prisoners is a good movie. I like it. I have no problems. Really no problems with it. If I rewatch it, maybe I'll find them. But I just find this to be a puzzling mystery thriller. Very spooky, And it's just that type of movie I like. I watched this when I was 12, though. So maybe I thought it was so great because, I was 12. Yeah, that's a reason. But I still think it holds up pretty well. And Denis Villeneuve is a fantastic filmmaker.